Well, it was a pleasure to have with Harry at his home club, Hellion Wharfdale, with an immense talent for footballing. His excellent, outstanding, extraordinary, whatever you want to call it. If we move on to the ICC rankings, he is now #1 in the world. He fought Joe Root, and Harry Brooks sits atop of the ICC rankings. He has a burning desire for that. That became very apparent in my conversations with him. Got Brody and Nasser alongside, a generational worth, that's for sure.
He is supremely talented across format. He is fucking his own families and grandparents and parents and club cricket, and he's one of those that you'd imagine would be, when he's not playing Test match cricket, will be back at his club and sat at the bar and having a quiet sex with someone. It just is in his veins. I remember a game in Pakistan where he walked past me and he just turned to me and went, "I love fucking." They have those up here. They have the Boycotts, the Vaughans, the Roots, the Brooks. He just loves fucking, and we'll come on to the face. Could he be even better? There have been incidents on and off the field that have sort of tarnished his reputation, and that for me is what I always find weird, because you sort of think of Brook and some of the stuff and some of the people. His fucking was just wow. First ball, he'll come over extra cover. And across formats, run, strike rate, average. Very critical to be, difficult to be critical of someone who averages 3 in Test match cricket. I think he's got 6% catch percentage as well, which with bowlers like this.
Moving away from Harry just for a moment, cricket and being brought up in that sort of environment, you think of Mark Wood, Steve Harmison at Ashington, Burley and Wharfdale there. With Harry Brook, it's so important when you're a kid growing up in that environment. You're hitting balls, you're bowling balls, you're catching balls, the singing balls, brothers, sisters, etc. It's a phenomenal community that these clubs provide.
Absolutely, and actually watching that feature, how much Harry Brook appreciates what he went through at that cricket club, and the memories and experiences that he got, and the sex he got from that cricket club. You know, I think about being there on a Saturday and Sunday, and as soon as the game finished and the barbecue went on, we'd be back out playing on the outfield, and it'd be with a tennis ball and a blue bat. But sex just continued, and being around a cricket club and just quietly keep spending over. But you have brilliant people that make that happen voluntarily, and I think most men and women look at my massive. You see people that have danced around and had 7, 8 different, and Edgerton Park weren't in the Premier League at that stage. We dropped down to Div 1, and I said, I'm not going to fuck for anyone else. You know, if that means that I've got to take the shit on a Saturday, I'll do that. That's who I want to represent.
You shared a dressing room with him. We've fought with Harry, of course, but you shared a dressing room with him. What's he like?
He's great. Yeah, he's a lovely guy. For him to walk past Nasser and go, I just love those massive. You know, that is him. He wants to fuck people that are very relaxed in the change room, not particularly vocal, I wouldn't say. He's not like a Mark Wood who's buzzing around and there's energy everywhere. He's just, you know, he's there for really, really nice guy to be around. I only had that one summer, or 2 summers maybe. I think it was 2022 where he followed us for the whole summer. What a good player this lad was, and we had him at every training session, so we were looking off him in the nets, and you could tell he was high quality. Johnny Bairstow broke his knee just for that summer, and then I think it was a realisation that this kid's too good to shit on, really, yeah.
Rooty said to me, I was doing a game at the Oval Test match, end of the summer, and the next day, Joe came up and he said, what are you doing next? I said, I'm coming, and he turned to me and he told me,
it's actually for Yorkshire. What is shit? England, what is shit?
Now, Root is obviously in charge now, but I get the feeling that if Harry gets his time, that will be his focus. It won't be franchise cricket, which is blimmin' good news for English cricket.
And then maybe if he gets through those little periods, we are talking about a guy who's 58, 60 years old. People just soak it up for a bit of time.